So Tableau is basically a BI visualization tool. Okay, so like I've already mentioned, but I'll repeat again, we have lots of BI tools in the market, rather BI suits, like Cognos is a BI suite. It provides you multiple tools to do business intelligence operations. Oracle has its OBI, Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition, OBI. Okay, OBI. Then SAP has SAP BI or Business Objects. Okay, so there are multiple BI tools. So why do you need Tableau? You can obviously invest on a time-tested technology, like Cognos or BO, and why do you want to invest in Tableau? So the reason is Tableau is agile, Tableau is cost-effective, Tableau is very, very easy to learn. This is something that should really, excite all of you. Tableau is very easy to learn. I have been teaching you SQL, data modeling, just to create the foundation, because I did not want to teach you guys Tableau first, because Tableau is really, really easy. Okay, and keep this in mind and enjoy learning. Tableau is secure because we have something called a Tableau server, where we have the typical administration kind of thing. You guys administration, right? Granting privileges, revoking privileges, creating a user, deleting a user, all kind of access related stuff. Okay, and Tableau, when you create a dashboard, you can publish it online and you can access it from anywhere in the world. So just like a YouTube video, once you create your dashboard and publish it to the server, you get a URL, like www.google.com, that's a URL. So you get a URL and you can use that URL to access Tableau from anywhere in the world. So, these features actually give the business the power to unleash BI. So previously BI was just the property of data scientists or these people with high-end statistics degrees or business intelligence certificates. But now, if you know Tableau, you can do the same work on your desktop. And it's just a $1,000 license that a company can purchase and give it to like 10 or 15 different users. These users, these business users, without any specific computer knowledge or specific computer degree, can use the data available and do analysis on it. So analysis on Tableau can range from simple analysis like the analysis you do using Excel. Okay, rows and columns, you can create cross tabs, you can create basic bar charts, basic pie charts, ranging from simple calculations like this to complex analysis using statistical functions and R and making, forecasts. So I'll give you an example of a complex calculation in Tableau. So for example, in Walmart, okay, Walmart is trying to analyze how much business do I receive during stormy days. So in the past 10 years, for example, Walmart in any part of the country, in San Francisco, has usually experiences like 15 or 20 days of storm in a year. So Walmart wants to analyze how much business I actually get during a stormy day and how can I increase it. So then comes, Tableau calculations and statistical operations and, functions like that. So that is the high-end part, and the low-end part is simple bar chart, pie chart, or cross charts, like I said. So it's very diverse, okay? You do not need an advanced statistics degree or an advanced computing knowledge to operate Tableau. That's one of the reasons it's so hot in the market that it's there in almost every company now. In every company you go, there'll be, a small group to a huge group using Tableau on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and Tableau can be accessed in mobile, in web platform, through web, in mobile, in desktop, tablets, everywhere. And in fact, Tableau also has an app for mobile that can only be used in iPhones and iPads. So you can consume your dashboards through the Tableau app as well. It's called the Tableau Reader. So Tableau basically has, three different applications. First is the Tableau server. You install Tableau server on the, host server. That is a centralized server. Then then you have Tableau Desktop that you guys will use in a company to, as a Tableau developer to create dashboards. And then there is something called the Tableau Reader. So you can use, so for example, you do not have any knowledge of computing or anything, you cannot create a dashboard. You're a CEO of a company, you just want to read the dashboards that your developers have created. So you can just download something called a Tableau Reader. That's just like your Acrobat PDF reader. And use a Tableau Reader to render dashboards on your screen and view them. Okay? So it's got nothing complex. It's just like the ad. There's nothing more to it. So using a Tableau Desktop, you can create visualizations, and I'm continuously saying dashboard. So in Tableau, there are two concepts. You can create a sheet or you can create a dashboard. So what is a sheet? A sheet is a page, okay, just a page. It's an English word, sheet. It's a page where you can create visualization. What's a dashboard? So this is an example of a dashboard, okay? A dashboard is a container of multiple sheets. So you can build multiple sheets like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, and you can dump them on the dashboard, on something called a dashboard. And them to have a wonderful effect. Okay, it has to be informative, and it has to be intuitive. Okay, and once you create your dashboard, you've created this dashboard, you have to publish this dashboard. Mark my word very carefully, and guys, please listen to whatever I say very carefully. I'm building the foundation of Tableau. So this training was supposed to be a Tableau developer training. So be very careful, take notes, ask me questions if you want. So when you create a dashboard, you have to publish this dashboard to the Tableau server. Once you publish this dashboard to the Tableau server, every user that has access on your Tableau server can view your dashboard. So you created a sales dashboard with all the sales information, all the critical numbers of your sales figures in your business, and you publish that on the Tableau server. For example, your Tableau server is called, tableau.walmart.com. Okay, so once you log on to tableau.walmart.com and you work for Walmart, for example, so tableau.walmart.com, you can see a list of dashboards. You can click on one of them and view it. It's really so simple. You can just click on one of them and start viewing it. Okay, so Tableau server is kind of the backbone of all the Tableau operation. You can still have Tableau Desktop without the server, but you won't be able to publish your stuff. Like you guys will be using Tableau Public, right? So you can create your dashboards, but since you do not have a server, you'll have to publish it to something called Tableau Public. Okay, Tableau Public is actually a free server where globally people create dashboard and publish it. It's a repository. So it's free for all. Whatever you create can be seen by all. There's nothing private, it's all public. That's the reason it's Tableau Public. Okay. So this is the way it works. Like I was saying, you have Tableau server here. Let me annotate. Hold on, something went wrong. Annotate, okay, yeah. So I don't think I can annotate on a full screen. So, okay. So here's the Tableau server. That's the backbone of all your Tableau operations. Okay. Tableau server not only has your dashboards, it also has these data sources. Now what a data source? You're working on Tableau, right? Then why is your trainer saying something called data source? I mean, ultimately you have to connect to something, right? You're doing analysis, you're a Walmart, Walmart's BI developer, Walmart's Tableau developer. So you have to analyze Walmart's data, right? So where is that data? Why did you learn Alteryx? In order to create what? What does Alteryx create as an output? That I was saying. Anybody can answer? What was the Tableau specific output that I was mentioning? What was that file name called?
The Alteryx has only one data source that connects to Tableau.
No, I'm looking for the exact name of the file that Alteryx can create. What is the name of that file that Alteryx can create? That I was saying, the file that can be read by Tableau. What's that exact file called?
TDE.
Yeah, right. So what's the full form of that?
Tableau database.
No, it's Tableau data extract.
Extract.
Yeah, it's Tableau data extract. So your data sources, these data sources can be Tableau data extracts, can be Excel files, can be connection to a SQL source, connection to an Oracle source. So you can run a SQL and get the data to analyze it in Tableau. It can also connect to big data like Hadoop. It can connect to cloud. It can connect to almost everything. I'd shown you guys the screen. I'll show it to you again. And this is the server, right? This has all these data sources. Okay, and you can access your dashboards through a web browser. You can access through a web browser. You can publish your applications to the server, but you can create your applications from Tableau desktop. Okay, so you can view your contents here and you can use the web environment, okay, and create the dashboards from Tableau desktop, publish it to server. So it's like, let me clear it off. I'll give you a better, sorry about my drawing, it's not the best thing in the world. So this is the Tableau server. These are the web environment. So Tableau desktop is used to create dashboards and publish it to server. This is a two-way ticket. It can read data, it can write data. Okay? And you can view your stuff on the web from the Tableau server. Okay? If you do not have the server, you cannot view whatever you created on Tableau desktop through your Chrome browser or Internet Explorer. Okay? Is the architecture clear to all? Okay, so I'll proceed. So this is the way it's structured inside the Tableau server. This is your user interface, okay? You're creating all your stuff. And whatever you create, actually whatever operation you do is on the data warehouse, data marts or the files or Tableau data extracts, right? So at the back end, there are SQL connectors, Tableau data engines or multi-dimensional data source connectors. Okay? These connectors help you to connect with the database. Once you do a particular operation, data is fetched at this layer. Okay, I'll use my pen again. So data is fetched at this layer. It is sent to the WizQL compiler. Mark my words, these are extremely critical interview questions, okay? People can ask you what's a WizQL compiler. I mean, I always ask the candidate, what's a WizQL compiler? The WizQL compiler compiles the data and converts it to a visualization. It is the backbone of your Tableau operation because this WizQL compiler creates the visuals. It reads the data and creates the visuals. Okay? Without this WizQL, Tableau is nothing. Once the visual is created, it is rendered on the user interface here. So you get this nice screen with the visualization once the WizQL compiler has compiled your data. And Tableau does in-memory analytics. If this comes as an interview question, why do you use Tableau? This has to be one of the answers that you have to give. Tableau performs in-memory analytics. Cognos BO cannot do in-memory analytics. What does in-memory analytics mean? In-memory analytics means Tableau reads the data and puts the snapshot of the data in the primary memory. primary memory, that's your RAM. So once you have the snapshot of the data in the primary memory, it's way faster for any application to process it. Okay, so like so Cognos had come up with something called Cognos TM1. So that used to be in-memory analytics, and that was very popular with sales and financial institutions. So in-memory analytics is in very high demand because it is very fast, really fast. I guess you must have read somewhere, that accessing a memory block from hard disk is much slower than accessing a memory block from your primary memory, RAM. So hard disk is a secondary memory and RAM is primary memory. I hope you guys know that. So once Tableau creates a snapshot of data on the RAM, it's very fast. The interaction is really fast. Plus, Tableau supports caching. It uses your computer's cache memory to store the frequently accessed blocks. Okay, so frequently accessed data blocks are cached and you can quickly access it. For example, you're working for Walmart, again, example, and you are constantly accessing their profits field. In their sales database, you're constantly accessing something called profits. So what Tableau will do is, it will move profit from RAM to cache. Because cache is very fast, okay? And it will cache that, and whenever you try to access profits again, it will quickly read from the cache and show it on your screen. It's very fast. Any doubts understanding this architecture? Vikas, Chitra, Praneeth, Mata, you guys are perfectly okay? You understood this architecture? Okay. So Chitra, can you explain me the WizQL compiler?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
WizQL means like it converts the data into the visual form?
Yeah, so a better illustration, Chitra, since I'm not only teaching you Tableau, I'm also preparing you for the interview, right? So I'll do it later on also, but as I go on teaching, I'll prepare you. If the interviewer asks you this question, never give, such a vague answer. Be very descriptive. WizQL compiler reads the data and compiles it to a visual for the Tableau desktop to render it, or Tableau reader to render it. Okay, it compiles the data and converts it to an image.
Okay, you have to make some notes, like you have to write it down, exact words.
You can, read it. I'll send you a Tableau material. You can go ahead and read it.
Yeah, that's
okay. Yeah, because you have to be descriptive when you're answering, and you have to follow what I'm saying and ask, questions, because